Hey guys, Ladius here. I'm back with another video, and this is another unboxing, and it's part 4 and the last part of my Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Commander deck set for the Doctor Who partnership line. And I'm so excited for this. I just finished unboxing all of the previous ones. All 4 just got released, or is releasing tomorrow. I got them early. I got them one day early. So here is Doctors 12 and 13, 9, 10, and 11, and then the first 8. So I unboxed these in order, starting with this one. If you guys watch any of these other 3 videos, if you have to pick only one in particular to watch, I do recommend watching this first one, even though it's longer. That's because I go into an in-depth review of my thoughts on this product, the line, how they're handling this, because I am a huge fan of Doctor Who. And I recently have gotten into Magic within the past few months. So for me, this is like a really cool big dream come true in a way. It's like one of those things that you didn't know you wanted and then you saw you wanted it. So it's a dream come true for something I didn't even know I wanted to dream about basically. So this is super cool. Definitely go watch this video in particular, because again, I do go into an in-depth review on all of this, even though it was the first one, because I was so impressed with it already. But yeah, I bought all 4 sets. Buying all 4 sets, you get all of the cards in this particular set, which is really cool. They are selling random boosters that do have all of these cards as well, but those are not needed because again, they're just you can buy all of this and you get all of the cards, which is fantastic, except that there are some variant artworks, which if you saw this particular unboxing, you would see that, because each one of these come with a booster pack with 2 cards in it, technically 3, but the other one's an advertisement. And in this particular one, there was a variant of one of the Doctors. Hopefully we'll get something like that on this one. So yeah, please watch all of those. In this particular one, I explain why the 12th Doctor is my favorite Doctor, so if you want to see why, definitely watch this one. And on this one, I kind of explain why I love the 9th and 10th Doctor as well, and some other information about my thoughts on this show too. So if you want to see that, definitely check that out. For this particular one, we are looking at the Villains pack, which I think it's amazing that Wizards of the Coast did this. And again, I go into detail about this during my unboxing for this one. Basically, if you want to focus on the first 8 Doctors, you get 1. If you want to go with your favorite Doctor, let's say your favorite Doctor is the 10th, then you can get the second pack. If your favorite Doctor is the 12th or the 13th, you can go with that one. So it's pretty cool that they split that up instead of having everything be random. And then they made one specifically for the villains, which is really cool, because the villains are an important part of the Doctor Who lore. So yeah, the other cards don't have any villain stuff. It's just the Doctors and their companions. This one is just the villains. So let's take a look into that. We got a lot to say here. So this particular one is called Masters of Evil. And then here's the back, which is pretty cool. So yes, each deck contains 100 cards. This is a commander deck, so Commanders for Magic does have that. But yeah, this one is also good to watch after seeing this, because this kind of is gonna summarize my additional thoughts that I didn't have when I unboxed this, that I gained while unboxing the other 2. So these 2 are kind of a good contrast to each other. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about, so I'm excited to get through this. Also, it's already 1 a.m. and I got work tomorrow, so just want to make sure I get all of this done so I can go to sleep. But I'll be uploading all of these tomorrow, so I'm uploading all 4 of them together, all in one day, back to back. So definitely check them out. So we've got that Rose, the Dalek creator. Then we've got Missy, the girl version of the Master, the Doctor's best friend and enemy. which is really interesting because normally with the other sets, this was the lead commander, but clearly it's Missy instead of Davros. And then on the back it was the companion. So I wonder what they have here in the back. Okay, so in the back looks like they have Davros. Interesting that they went that decision. So these are just some tokens. We got them at the top. I wonder what's this one's gonna... Okay, so this is the TARDIS as well. So these particular tokens were the same for the first set, the second set, but the third set, this one had different tokens. So I'm surprised that they just decided to do that for that one, but not the other ones. I got the deck box over here, which has Missy on it. Why didn't they just make Missy the lead commander? I don't... Like, Davros is barely being advertised here. He could have just been the companion, I guess. I don't know. Alright, let's take a look at the dice. Ooh, okay. So this one's a lot more blue than the other ones, but they still have the same tones, like the same greens and browns and blues. But this one's a lot more blue, so I really like this one a little bit more compared to the other ones. But yeah, they're all basically the same dices. I do wish they did something different colors with it on purpose rather than just from manufacturing with the plastic. Also, not sure how we're supposed to be reading this because there's just one logo here, one here, and no numbers. And also, I think that for the master set, they could have changed this logo, I think, but they didn't. I'm not going to be removing these. They're just push outs on this video. I did that in the first one just to save some time. So, because again, we got a lot of cards to get through. This is the life counter. So we got up to 20 points here, which is the main starting life points that we get, and then up to 40 on this one here on the back side, in case, you know, for effects and all that stuff. Here is some explanation about this particular deck with some really cool artwork. Masters of Evil. So this explains the deck. So you guys can pause that and read that. Commander rules. Then the Planes Chase. Again, you guys can pause and read it. I just have a lot to say. So Missy. Incarnation, not bad. And then Davros. So it's pretty cool. Magic colors for the mana. And then why this particular one has this set. So it seems like they are advertising, especially because if you read that about why this set has these particular colors. It seems like they are advertising Davros and Missy as like the commander and the second commander, or in the Doctor Who sets, the doctor and their companion. But I don't understand why they just didn't go with Missy as the lead commander, because everything else other than the first card here and this advertisement card points as Missy being the one that should have been the front, which I would prefer, because Missy's fantastic. She's an amazing villain, and she really contrasts really well with the 12th Doctor, which, as I said, is my favorite Doctor. And as much as I like the Master from the 10th Doctor, I don't know, like Missy has like this huge charm to her, and I think that she's definitely a better master in specific ways. Especially the dynamic she has with the 12th Doctor. The 10th Doctor's master, he was really, really cool and wild. So he was a good contrast in that way, but it's like Missy's the much more like advanced version of that particular master. So yeah, Missy should have definitely been the cover art for this one. And I still wish the 12th Doctor was the cover or the lead commander for the previous set. So this one's just cardboard. We don't need to worry about this, but we will be keeping it. Also, it's pretty cool. This is like silver, whereas over here it's not really. So I'm just gonna, you guys can pause it if you want to read through any of these cards. All right, see, now I've got Missy. This is such a beautiful artwork. So yeah, these are all just villains. Again, you guys can pause this and read it if you want. I'm gonna go fast because there's 100 cards that we gotta go through. So yeah, this has been a journey. I've talked a lot about Doctor Who across these 4 videos that's been going on for a very long time now. So, because I filmed them all back to back and I'm releasing them all at the same time. So I do hope, this is such beautiful artwork. So I do, and here we got some Cybermen. I do hope you guys enjoyed these videos. Again, this is a Beyblade channel, but I do like to show some of my other hobbies as well here. So yeah, this is the master from the 10th Doctor. So this is a different version of the master. It's pretty cool. I had some slight complaints, and if you watch the previous video for the 3rd set, I'm so sorry you guys weren't reading those. I explained my complaints with the 13th Doctor, and it's not really the Doctor herself or her companions. It's mostly just the way that the production was. I thought that the 13th Doctor was amazing. This was actually the first episode of Doctor Who I saw. I go into detail about how I discovered this in the other videos, so definitely watch that. So that's pretty cool that they actually have it there, honestly. Yeah, it was basically one of my best friends that made me watch it, but the 2 masters, the one from the 10th Doctor and the 12th Doctors. Like this episode where they met up with each other, wow, it was so good. But yeah, so I explained a little bit in the previous video why, like the issues that I had with the 13th Doctor. And again, it's not really about the 13th Doctor. I thought that she was fantastic. I thought that her companions were amazing. So it wasn't an issue like that. Okay, the issue really was with the production and the way that the scripts were written. But I didn't have as much of an issue with it as other people did. But it was definitely the weakest out of all of New Doctor Who. But again, I still loved it. Except, this is a big except, and I don't know if we're going to get a card here for this. It is the Master for the 13th Doctor. The Master for the 13th Doctor, I have no idea what they were thinking. The actor is fine, but the Master for the 13th Doctor is so annoying. And the way that they directed him, these dudes were amazing. The Silence, I believe that's what they were called. Yeah, the way that he was directed, the way that these are the Weeping Angels, such good artwork. The way that they were directed, that he was directed, the way that like his character and portrayal was, he was literally like just a 5-year-old throwing a tantrum the entire time, and I'm not exaggerating. He was just so annoying. So every time he was on screen, I'm just like, dude, just get out of the screen. Again, nothing wrong with the actor, because there was a few moments where he was actually serious. I'm like, see, guys, this is how you're supposed to handle the Master. If it was not for how they directed him and written him, he would have been an amazing Master, because you could see elements of that. But no, they just decided to have him be super hyperactive and throwing a tantrum every 5 seconds. So like, yeah, I did not like that Master at all. He was horrible. Yeah, these guys are creepy but super cool. So yeah, they just, I'm just glad that it's not that Master anymore. again, nothing against the actor. Like I said, there were so many moments where they decided to be serious with him, and he was really, really good. But then there were other moments where they decided, again, fantastic artwork, where they did decide to be serious with him, but then he still had this like 5-year-old like look and childish behavior on it, even though it wasn't hyperactive. It was just, he was just horrible, horrible master. Again, nothing against the actor, just want to make that clear, because there was a lot of moments he did do a very, very good job when the directors in the script let him actually be the master rather than a tantrum throwing master wannabe, basically, because that's what he was. But this is such a beautiful artwork. And then we got the TARDIS over here. Oh, that's so beautiful. And then we got the tokens. But yeah, so really that was my complaint. Ooh, my biggest complaint really with, oh, there's a lot of like weeping angels. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint with that one, with that particular series. Now we got Cybermen. Alright, so I guess we didn't have that particular master here, which is interesting. But alright, I thought that they were gonna have him. It would have been cool, honestly, if we had one out of each of the masters. I think that that would have been really nice to reflect with the doctors. But we only got a few of the masters. So, unless I just was so focused on telling these stories that I didn't notice, which is very possible because I wasn't really noticing the cards too much, especially at the beginning, because I was very focused on just trying to tell that story. But yeah, so I think they could have included, but I do know that they did not include all of the masters. That I did pay attention to. So I think they could have definitely done that, especially because you only need a few Daleks, of the Avros, the Cybermen, and a few other villains here and there, which really there wasn't a lot included as character or monsters, or attackers, which is interesting that they decided to go that route. Like a lot of the villains are mostly like the spells and things like that. So, or or using as artifacts. So honestly, I think like this one's probably my least favorite, to be honest. All right, we got this. So yeah, having it be the master, I mean, yeah, I don't want to call it the master deck, but having all of them would definitely be a nice contrast since we got all of the other doctors. And then a few extra villains, because I mean, like, it's 100 cards for a commander deck. They definitely could have done a better balance of mixing the amount of characters, but that's fine. This is really, really cool. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying this, and to the Doctor's Tomb, such a beautiful artwork. Unleash the Flux, pretty cool art. Okay, this is the master I'm talking about. Don't like this master at all. But yeah, so overall, I think that this set is my least favorite. They could have done a little bit more in terms of like the representation here, especially not all the masters are included, and not as big of a diversity in the villains as I wanted it to be. So this kind of seems like a little bit of an afterthought, but also not really. Like, there's some elements that seems like it was integral, but I guess since they really wanted to split it up to try to appeal to everyone, of who their favorite Doctor and era is, making a villains only one is a smart and right idea, However, I think they didn't put too much thought or care into this particular one. I think they just wanted to get it out of the way so that way they have this, but it's fine. Let's take a look at what these are going to be. I'd be so happy if one of this was the variant for the 12th Doctor, because as I explained on that one, the artwork for the variant of the 12th Doctor is amazing. So this is just a little cardboard advertisement. Let's take a look. Yes! Oh my god. I'm so happy. Oh, thank you, God. I'm literally so happy, and I do believe in God. So I am thanking God so much for this right now, because this artwork is amazing. Let me compare this with the other ones you can see. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I'm just so excited for this, and it's literally 1 a.m. and I mean, I didn't like get super excited super loudly. It's because I did have to try to control it, but I'm just so excited that I got this card. I don't know if I'll explain that in a minute. One of my biggest complaints with this set is the artwork that they chose for the 13th Doctor and the 12th Doctor. This is the artwork for the 13th Doctor. It's cool, it's cute, it's charming. However, I think they could have done better, and they did a better job with the variants. And I did talk about this in this particular set, so definitely watch this video. And like, I really wanted them to put this particular artwork for the 12th Doctor, because here's the actual card that comes in the set. It's good, it's fine, it was a good episode, and it's an iconic moment for the Doctor, but I think it doesn't do this Doctor justice, especially considering the other Doctors had such amazing artwork on their cards. This is good artwork, but this is amazing, and I'm so glad it's here. So like I said, you can buy all 4 of these sets and you get every single card. You don't need to buy booster packs. The booster packs will give you, though, some variants. And I explained this in the very first video, but these variants for the Doctors with the TARDIS birders, there's only about 500 plus their number. So for the first Doctor, there's 501. For the 10th Doctor, there's 510. And for the 12th Doctor, there's 512. So the fact that I got this, I am so happy, because I was actually thinking about buying this, just the card itself. Now I was looking over here because I think that they had said that it would say like 512. So I don't know if this particular one's for promotional. Let me take a look at the packaging here. So yeah, all that it says on all of them is just it includes a collectible booster sample pack. So, and that is of course these ones, but it says sample pack. I just don't know if these are random or if it's part of the set. So like, if they're not random and they're just included in every single one of these, because these are just pre-made decks, they're not like random cards or anything like that, then it's pretty cool. You guys are gonna get the 12th Doctor, but that would mean that these are not part of the 512. I'm assuming, I could be wrong. But if these are random and this is part of the 512, which again, I don't see it listed anywhere over here. I mean, I see this 563, but it would say, if I remember correctly, like 512 somewhere. Either way, I thank God so much that I have this, because this artwork, and with the TARDIS exterior, is kind of like he's opening the door to the TARDIS. It's such a better artwork than this. Like, I'm so excited, and this really makes me feel about like when I was buying like chaotic cards, some booster packs, and I would get a card specifically that I wanted, and just that huge excitement, because like it's random. And I'm just so grateful and so glad, because if you watch all of these 4 videos, you see that I talk so much about this particular card and artwork, and I'm just so grateful, and I thank God so much for this. So really, thank you. This is so nice. But yeah, even if it's not part of the 512, I don't care. It's still that particular card. I'm definitely gonna research this because I'm just so excited. But yeah, I haven't seen any unboxing for these, so that's why I'm saying I don't know if these particular packs that's included in them is pre-built or if it's actually random cards. Because if it is random cards, I am assuming that this is part of the 512 specifically for the 12th Doctor in this particular art form. I'm just so grateful. This is so cool. So really, I thank God for this. I'm just so excited. Okay, I've been rambling on with that a lot. But yeah, guys. So my overall thoughts is, I'm still so amazed about this. My overall thoughts with the villain set, and it's also pretty cool that we get the 12th Doctor in the one that's related to his version of the Master, which is Missy. That's pretty cool. So yeah, guys, the villain set feels a little bit like an afterthought, but at the same time like a logical one. But it's like one that they didn't really want to put so much effort into in so many ways. The rest though works really well, and honestly, I'm really glad for it. So let me just get them out here. I'll be right back. So yeah, guys, here's everything. All together, they look really nice, honestly. It would have been cool if the background... Actually, does the background connect with each other? I don't think so. I mean, over here it looks like it does, but... And then over here too. So it's like they kind of connect with each other. But like, just these two and then these two. But yeah, either way, they do look like they connect with each other in a way. I'm so glad I have these, and I'm thinking maybe I'll buy the variant for each of the doctors. The one, as you saw, for the War Doctor in this unboxing, and the 12th Doctor in this one. Just maybe, I'm not too sure yet, because again, I got the one that I really wanted, and I do love the artwork for the 9th Doctor on this set, and the 10th Doctor as well. I really got to look at the other artworks to decide, really, because if I get one or two, then I might as well just get the rest if I can. But we'll see. But some small complaints really is, I think that the dices should have definitely been a different color. Now, now that I've unboxed all of these, this particular one does feel a little bit like an afterthought, that they still put some care into it and a lot of care into, but that they didn't go as deep into the villains as they could have gone, I think. Whereas these definitely feels like they definitely wanted to touch on making sure that all the doctors represented really well. And I'm trying to think of one other like complaint that I can give. No online version for these, and yeah, I guess that's really it after unboxing all four. And also, like I said, the artwork for a couple of these, even though they're fantastic artwork, they should have gone with a different one, and left those ones for the variants, I think. But yeah, other than all of that, I think that they did a fantastic job. Also, why is Davros not in here again? Like, this one really just feels like it was more rushed. So like Davros isn't even here, and honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, because now we have these ones, why isn't Sarah Jane Smith over here with the 4th Doctor? So that's another little complaint, but I mean, technically it kind of balances it out. Solo, and then the 2, so it kind of balances it out. So I can't complain too much about that. If it was just one, then that would have been a little bit more annoying. But yeah, not trying to complain too much. Overall though, I'm so excited to play with these and have a ton of matches with them. So guys, let me know what you guys thought about all 4 of these unboxings. Please watch them. It's taking me like 2 hours to unbox everything. Let me know which set you like more, which doctor you like the most, and what you thought about the sets overall. So thank you guys so much for watching these videos. It's now like 1:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep. So have a good night, everyone. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.